Picture this, a recording studio somewhere far, far away.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion on the 7th of January, 2021. Yes, indeed. The month's already disappearing, isn't it, folks? Today I'm looking at an arcade game, because I haven't done an arcade game for so long, I thought it was about time I did. Now, I have really struggled in what to actually choose to bring you guys today, but I decided on this in the end. I went through several games. I was going to look at WrestleMania, the arcade game. I was going to look at Rygar, which is on my to-do list. But I had a look at this and thought, well, why not? I haven't done a beat 'em up for ages. So, here we are. Pretty Soldier Sailor Moon, which I have no knowledge of, apart from their scantily clad ladies in a Double Dragon Final Fight-esque type scenario. Very Final Fight, actually, except for I don't think you'd see many of the Final Fight guys wearing those costumes. That one looks like a bit like Poison Ivy. Not sure what is going on with the vampire with the nice collar. Anyway, so let's have a look visually. It's actually not bad at all. The animations and the visuals aren't bad whatsoever. I mean, anyone that can fight in heels has my respect, by the way. But yes, it's your standard. It is a bit Final Fight-esque, from the health bars to the sort of the combos and throwing enemies into each other and stuff like that. There is not a very big amount of time, actually. I don't know. I'm going to keep my eye on that. But yes. So the idea is to get from one end of the level to the other and defeat end of level bosses, I assume. Now, when I say that I've chose this game, I did have a little play, but it wasn't very long. It was just enough to say, yes, I'm going to review this today. So, yeah, it's 2 players simultaneously as well, but we'll get to that later. Yeah, so far it's long-haired girl gets attacked on the street by a gang of perverts, probably. That's weird. He's got a tennis racket. This game just gets more and more bizarre. I'm guessing it was an anime or some Japanese cartoon. I don't know. Anybody who's familiar with the Sailor Moon series, then let me know. Because apparently there were games as well on the Super Nintendo and the Genesis, or Mega Drive as it's known in the UK. Oh, look at that, you can bitch slap them. That makes it more fun. So yes, let's have a look at the UI. Top left hand corner, it shows you who you are and your score, and then you've got your health bar, which seems to go down quite drastically actually. I noticed the timer then just went down and then replenished once I'd got past, but it doesn't give you a lot of time per, so it's like it gives you time per screen that you're on. That's a bit strange. I like the art style. It's very cool. And this must be their special attack, I suppose. Oh look, that didn't do anything, did it? Oh well. Let's see what I can do. Right, so I've decided that every time I lose all of my lives, I'm going to bring in a different character, because if it's like Final Fight in that respect, then I should be able to swap over to another character. So we'll have a look at that as well. I just want to see if all the fighters have a different style of combat, or whether it's all very generic and the same. I do notice that the enemies do drop stuff. I'm guessing that's food, and perhaps like a bit like Golden Axe, perhaps, where you get the potions to upgrade your magic. I don't know. So this is the actual Sailor Moon character, I believe. Looking a bit Supergirl-esque with the red boots and all that, and the blue skirt. But hey, who knows? Anyway, these bosses are a pain in the backside. Look at them. I mean, don't look at them, but look what they're doing. That electric attack is horrible. I do like the fact you can throw your the enemies into each other. I think that's quite cool. Sort of breaks it down a bit. Oh, okay, we'll do magic with this one now. Oh, that did something. Cool. All right. So yeah, I'm guessing that the bad guys drop stuff that's beneficial. That was a health replen, which is quite nice. I don't know whether or not there is a magic attack replen, but well, we'll find out during the course of play, I suppose. I'm aiming to give you about a 15-minute-ish type of gameplay, so you get a rough idea of how it is and what you want to do, see if you want to go and play it yourselves. Maybe you've already played it, and in which case, you know the drill. What were your impressions if you've played this? Are you a Sailor Moon fan? Maybe you guys could give me a bit of backstory. I don't know. But if you're a beat-em-up fan, I think you'd probably quite enjoy this. Now, the only thing I'm going to say is the sound. Yeah, it's really strange. The music is... How do I best put this? Rubbish. That's it. The music just, I don't know, it's not very beat 'em up music, you know. It doesn't get your heart pumping. It's just, oh, listen to this. It's just not beat 'em up music, is it really? It's more platform sort of music. And the sound effects are a bit weak as well, but, you know, I can nitpick at this, but the sound is pants, really is. So let's move on to controls. Controls are fairly simple, guys. You've got 3 buttons. You've got one for punching, like this. You've got one for jumping, like this. And then you've got another one to perform your magic. So it is very much like Golden Axe in that respect. Now, if you do hold down your 2 attack buttons, you do like a special attack, which sort of mirrors Final Fight a little bit, if you like. But then it's the same as sort of The Simpsons and Turtles as well. So they've got that sort of 2-button special. Excuse me. And then, oh look, we're fighting mannequins. This just gets weirder and weirder, this game. You can also run by double tapping the joystick in the direction that you want to run. And then you can perform a running attack, which doesn't seem to be much better than the attacks you're doing now. You can also do like a running, jumping attack sort of thing. Now, the one thing I really don't like is how quickly your energy goes down. They do seem to kick the ever-loving crap out of you very, very quickly. Now, that's my real only issue. And sometimes you find you get a lot of enemies pounding on you at once, which you can see here. Look at this. That's where your sort of special ability and your special attack are going to come in handy. Because if you get sort of surrounded by them, you're just literally going to get kicked to death by whatever that is shambling along behind me. But you get the idea. Now I've got 8 seconds left to clear this part of the level. Now if you do happen to lose all your energy and die, the clock does reset. So do not worry about that. Let's put it back up to 19 seconds, which just simply is not enough time realistically to clear a screen. But you'll see now that my time's reset to 60. Picking up these canisters, which I do believe is your magic ability recharge. I can't confirm that because there doesn't seem to be a magic bar anywhere, which at least in Golden Axe you could see. That's a bit of an issue really. They should have a health meter and they should have a power up meter as well, just so you know what you're doing. Unless that's it next to the score. If it is, that's not very clear, is it? I've got three bars next to the score. I mean, that could be it. What's going on here? Okay. So now we're fighting a vampire. This game just gets weirder and weirder, I swear. But yeah, it's just your standard beat 'em up. Doesn't bring anything new to the table. Considering this was released in '95, I think by then, you know, the game should have been a bit better than this. The quality is not bad. Like I say, the character models are quite cool. I do like them, but there's nothing new here. It doesn't bring anything new to the table at all, which is a bit of a shame because it has so much potential to be able to do so. But if you're a beat-em-up fan and you like Sailor Moon, you're going to relish this. You really are. You're going to lap it up. And let's move on to the fact that you can now have 2 players as well. So if you have a buddy with you and you want to play co-op, then that's really simple. Just insert some coins and press start on the other controller. And I can see here how much I'm getting pounded on with the amount of people on the screen. Now I'm Sailor Mercury, is that? Oh, okay. What's she going to do? I mean, all the attacks seem very generic, don't they? I don't see much difference between that and the other attack that the other girls had, but there we are. I don't know. I would need to spend more time on it, I think, to actually sort of do that, but as it's only sort of a 10-15 minute of what's going on here. Okay. no context. Absolutely no context. What's going on? Why is there clawed hands looking at a ball, and why is there a little dude stood on top of it? I know he's not stood on top of it, but it looks like it. But what's that about? Anyone know? Because I don't. So I think in total there are 8 rounds, I believe. I could be wrong, it could be 9, but it's a short game, and I think that sort of goes against it really. But in 1 player it's certainly challenging enough, but I think maybe in 2 players you could probably wipe the floor with most of it quite quickly. Now I don't know whether you can hit each other, because the enemies can hit each other even when they don't mean to, which is quite funny. But if you replay this, you'll see that there are some enemies that throw daggers and knives or whatever. Oh, that's lovely. I'm going to smash through the head with a tennis racket. But yeah, they'll throw stuff and hit each other, and I think that's just really quite amusing. So keep an eye out for that. Did make me chuckle anyway. To grapple is easy as well, to walk into them, and then you'll take hold of them. And then choose a direction you want to throw them in, and use your attack button. And there you go. Now I like the fact that they've all got a separate sort of 2-button attack as well. Now she's got like a spinny lariat with her leg, and the other girls have got a different attack, which is quite nice to see. A bit of variation from them is quite cool. I like that. That's nice. That shows imagination. Now, enemies themselves, sometimes they can take a little bit of time to actually kill or knock out, depending on your view. Are we killing them? Are we knocking them out? Are we arresting them? What's the deal here? But there we are. So, this is basically the game. I hope it's something that you have enjoyed watching. I'm going to continue playing through, see if I can get to the end of the boss. I would say that this was probably a game that you would come back to, even if it was just to say, I've completed it, especially for completionists out there, because you guys, I know what you like. You can't... Oops, didn't mean to do that actually, guys, but this looks different to the last time. Let's see what she's going to do. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's better. Actually, something a bit more recognisable as being different from the other attacks, which is cool. You got these like kabuki warrior type dudes up there that just creep around the screen. They don't seem to do much, but I think they're maybe there for cannon fodder purposes. I'm not really sure, but yeah, it's kind of nice to go back to the arcade again. It makes you feel like a kid again. You know, when you go to the arcades and you pump some 50p's. 50p a credit this one would have been in the UK. I imagine it was probably about, I don't know, 50... What would you guys put in for this? 20 cents? 50 cents? I don't know, because I don't really know what American currency is in respect to ours. But yeah, I mean, 2 credits for £1 is quite a lot, especially for the 1995 era. But hey, but it was released all around the world, so you could find this in Australia, China, Belgium, Germany, just to name a few, and the UK, obviously. So it was nice that it got a wide release like that. It gives it a lot more publicity, and people will enjoy it. There's a head on the floor over there, and I'm not sure what to do with it. Can I do anything? Oh, there's a headless body there. Okay, right, so I've knocked its head off, but I can't pick its head up, which is just a missed opportunity there, really, isn't it? So far, I haven't found any weapons you can collect, which is a bit of a shame, because that would have been hilarious. But, yeah, let's give them a... Let's see if what this one does. Oh, it sets them on fire. Cool. Yep, okay, I'm good with that. So... I guess we're going to go through this fence. Well, that was random. Okay, so to get through the gap in the fence, she had to jump up in the air, and then she could get through it. Not quite sure. Oh, and there's Tennis Racket Boy. Yes. So, age range, I guess... It's a button basher, so I guess any age, really. There's nothing in the game that really sort of says, you know, that you need to be a certain age to play this. She does that. There you go. She's basically Hager. She's doing that spinning lariat. Oh, there's another electric one here. Apart from them being scantily clad, other than that, it's not really anything to be pulling the age group rank on. So it's up to parents and at your discretion. I would say it's probably all right, but it's up to you guys. But yes, let me know. Let me know if you've ever seen a Sailor Moon arcade cabinet, and if you have, did you play it? Did you get very far? Because I'm not. I mean, I'm on level 3 now, and I'm getting... I mean, look how many credits I've gone through. This is the last last character that I need to be. So this is Jupiter. They're all planets, aren't they? Or at least they're all named after planets. But yeah. I mean, it's an enjoyable enough beat 'em up. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't bring anything new to the table, and it really that soundtrack is horrible. It just that was nice. That was cool. It just doesn't scream beat 'em up when you're listening to it. Listen again. Just listen to this level's music. It's not, is it? It's more sort of Final Fantasy type music, but you know what I mean. It's just not designed for a beat 'em up, really. And the slaps and kicks don't give enough meaty thuds to my liking. I really like to know that my punches and kicks are connecting, and this just sounds like they're having a bit of a slap fight, which is a bit of a shame. But at the same time, I'm not taking points away from that. No, I lied. I am taking points away from that. Yes. Ha! So that's my prerogative. But as a sort of bog standard beat 'em up, I think it's quite nice. It's nice that they've done something regarding Sailor Moon, I think, for you fans out there that enjoy the show or have seen the series. I don't know. Is it a series? Is it a movie? What is Sailor Moon? Because I have no idea. And if you are a fan of that, then tell me whether this game sort of does it any justice, because I think that would be quite nice to know. That's a lot of TVs. Right, so here's the boss fight. I'm going to leave now at this point because I think I've talked enough over this. If you want to get to the score, crack on to the end of the vid. If you want to see me if I beat this boss, because I'm just going to cut the audio and then I'll bid you farewell and cut the audio. You can hang on till the end and see if I manage to actually do this, because I'm a bit doubtful. But yeah. And I will bid thee a very good evening. And I will see you guys again very soon for a brand new review. And I hope you're all keeping safe during this rubbish time. And I will speak to you again very soon. You guys have a lovely evening, or morning, or afternoon, or whatever it is you're having now. And I'll catch you at the next review. So keep it retro. And as for always, it's bye for now.